This is Swati. Welcome back to Amma's Kitchen Khazana. Today's recipe is all about plum cake without alcohol and no soaking. Let's start with the recipe. Here I have used different varieties of dry fruits and nuts. As per your availability, you can prefer the dry nuts and fruits. Next, have to chop all these dry fruits and nuts as shown in the video. Take a mixie jar, add 1 tablespoon sugar, add dry ginger, nutmeg, cinnamon, cloves and elachi. Here elachi is optional. Add all these spices and make into a fine powder. Now take a pan, add 1 cup of sugar. Here 1 cup of sugar is equal to 200 grams. Here the sugar crystals must be melted only in low flame. Slightly mix once in a while so that it melts and doesn't stick at the bottom of the pan. As you can see in the video, it started melting and it must be melted only in low flame. And once the color changes into light golden color, at this point of time, you have to add hot water into this sugar syrup. Only hot water must be added. Make sure the cold water must not be added because there will be a chances of spilling. And it's better turn off the flame and then add the hot water into it. While adding water, add hot water little by little and start stirring in low flame or otherwise directly turn off the flame. And once adding of water is completely over, again turn on the flame and start stirring it continuously for about 1 minute. After boiling the sugar syrup for 1 minute, just turn off the flame and transfer into a bowl. Here, transfer only half quantity of the sugar syrup into a bowl. The remaining sugar syrup must be warm enough and into it add the dry fruits and nuts and mix well. Make sure the sugar syrup must be only in liquid state but not in a string-like consistency. After adding the dry fruits and nuts into the sugar syrup, make sure the sugar syrup must be warm enough. Otherwise, just turn on the flame and keep it in the low flame and mix well for just 1 minute. And after that, just turn off the flame and keep it aside to cool down into the room temperature. Now, take a lemon or orange and grate as shown in the video. Here only 1 teaspoon of orange zest or lemon zest is required. This is just to enhance the taste and flavor of the plum cake. Add 1 teaspoon of lemon zest into this mixture as shown in the video and mix well. Here I have taken 100 ml of melted butter. The butter must be melted only in low flame. The preparation of homemade butter link will be provided in the description box. If you would like to know how to prepare a butter at home, just check out the link. Now take 4 eggs. This is the combination of both egg white and egg yolk. Into it add half teaspoon of vanilla essence and a pinch of salt and mix well with an electric beater or whisker. Once the consistency of the egg turns into a lather, add 1 cup of powdered sugar. Here 1 cup of powdered sugar is equal to 200 grams. Sieve the sugar powder to get rid of the crystallization. After sieving it, just mix well with an electric beater or a whisker. The consistency of the batter should be smooth like texture. Every time while mixing, just gather the batter from the border to the center so that the mixing process will be done properly. For the preparation of plum cake, actually electric beater is not necessary. Whisker is more than enough to make a perfect plum cake. As I am having an electric beater, I just used it. The difference between an electric beater and a whisker is the consumption of time. Apart from that, nothing. So if you are having an electric beater, you can use. Otherwise, whisker. Into it add half cup of melted butter. Into this add 1 teaspoon of powdered spices. Make sure you save it before adding these powdered spices. Mix well with an electric beater or a whisker. Once it is mixed well, add caramelized sugar syrup into this. Make sure the caramelized sugar syrup must be only in room temperature. Mix well with spatula or a whisker. As you can observe in this video, the texture of the color gradually changes. This is why actually the plum cakes look brown in color. The caramelizing of the sugar should be light golden in color but not dark brown in color. If it's light brown in color, the taste and texture would be perfect. Otherwise, it turn into bitter. So this is more important while making a plum cake. Add the dry nuts which were mixed in the sugar syrup and mix well with an electric beater or a whisker. After completely mixing the dry nuts with the batter, keep it aside and then start preparing the all-purpose flour mixture. Take a bowl, add 2 cups of all-purpose flour, that is maida. Here the 2 cups is equal to 400 grams of maida. Add 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Mix it well and sieve it thrice so that the baking powder and all-purpose flour will be mixed well. Now add half quantity of the maida powder into the batter and mix well with an electric beater or a whisker. Once it is mixed well, add remaining half maida powder and mix well with a spatula using cut and fold method. As I am showing in the video, using cut and fold method, the mixing process can be done perfectly. Take a cake tray and arrange the butter paper as shown in the video and transfer the cake batter into the cake tray. After completely transferring the cake batter into the cake, just tap the cake tray so that to get rid of the air pockets. Top up with cashew nuts, cherries and raisins as per your wish. And this is how it looks like. The beauty of plum cake. Now the cake is ready to bake. The oven must be preheated at 180 degrees Celsius for about 20 minutes. Only then after this cake batter can be placed for baking for about 180 degrees Celsius for 1 hour 15 minutes. Plum cake itself indicates that it contains different types of dry fruits and nuts, and it's also known as rich plum cake. The name rich plum cake indicates that there are many different types of ingredients like dry fruits, dry nuts, everything. That's the reason on Christmas many of the people will be having specially a plum cake. After baking, bake for 24 hours and then have it. The taste really delicious. I hope you like this video, so please do like, subscribe and click on the bell icon for more updating videos and share to all the members whom you know. Enjoy the day.